Hi guys, Neil Waterhouse. This week's video is about how to dramatically reduce eBay defects and also how to fully automate the process, so it's a set and forget. Now, one thing to note here is every full-time eBay seller gets defects, and eBay knows that. And eBay knows how many defects an average eBay seller gets in relation to how many transactions that they do each month. So all we have to do as eBay sellers is get less defects than the average seller. And this is exactly what this strategy I'm going to show you now does. Now, one of the biggest reasons eBay buyers leave defects is defects in relation to delivery times. And this is very often because buyers feel that their delivery is taking longer than it should have taken. But very often buyers have very unrealistic expectations about delivery times, especially since COVID-19. And of course, never have we seen such an increase in delivery times as we all now see since COVID-19. Now, before COVID and before we implemented this strategy, which I'm going to show with you now, we would see the same scenario every Christmas. We would see a spike in defects every year around Christmas when the postal and courier system got overloaded with a huge volume of parcels. Therefore, parcels take longer than usual to deliver. Now, to reduce the number of defects we receive around Christmas every year, we experimented for years at sending different buyer emails, so sending emails to buyers with different scripts, figuring out which ones got the lower defects. Now, what we learned each year was to automatically email buyers twice after they purchase, explaining the delays caused by the huge volume caused by the Christmas rush, and explain that the postal system was currently delivering over double the amount that it normally delivers, which is causing delays for everybody, and we always use the word everybody. We also try to add measurable and specific numbers whenever possible, like, Australia Post is currently delivering 2.5 million parcels per day. Of course, it's easy to think that everybody who purchases on eBay or online around Christmas would take into account the Christmas rush and therefore delays, but they simply don't. To reduce eBay defects, it's our job as sellers to set up realistic expectations with our buyers as soon as they purchase. When you email buyers after they purchase from you, explaining why there is a delay, and also explaining where the delay is coming from, i.e. the courier or Australia Post or whatever, buyers are much happier because they feel like you're taking the time to personally email them and keep them continuously updated. But again, this is all automatic, as I'll show you. Now, these lessons that we learned from Christmas every year now apply every day with COVID-19, or since COVID-19. Australia Post, for example, has a record volume since COVID-19, with more people posting online than ever in the history of mankind. There's also far less flights available for Australia Post and other couriers, couriers all over the world, which has forced most national deliveries to be sent now by road. There's also delays caused by borders closing. For international deliveries, there again is very limited flights due to far less passenger flights. You've only got to look up in the sky to see this. There's also new personal spacing requirements in warehouses, again like Australia Post, and this is again causing further delays. This is exactly what we need to tell all our eBay and online buyers straight after they purchase, so they can set up their own realistic expectations about their deliveries. And if you want to find more reasons why there's delays from a courier or your postal service that you're using, simply just Google the name, i.e. Australia Post, plus COVID. And Google will show you the site and the COVID section there, and you can pluck out more reasons. Now, the more reasons you can put on the emails, the more empathetic and realistic buyers are, and that equals far less eBay defects. So the way to dramatically decrease eBay defects is to simply create 2 or more emails which get sent to all of your buyers after every purchase. Now, you can send these emails manually through eBay after every sale, or you can use an automated program like Scarcity Manager, for instance, where you can simply paste in your email and Scarcity Manager will automatically send out these emails for you to all of your buyers after every purchase, all automatically. I'll put a link on the screen below to Scarcity Manager. Now, also, when it comes to Christmas time, to reduce your Christmas eBay defects, you can quickly swap out the COVID-19 delay emails to your Christmas delay emails. And then after Christmas, of course, you can just put them back. Anyway, that's all for this week. Please leave me a comment below, and while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the No Fluff channel that teaches how anyone can make a full-time living from their home dropshipping using less than $100. Until next week, stay safe, list more, sell more. This is Waterhouse.